TV. Lady Bird. Now this movie was released on the year 2017 and it is directed by Greta Gerwig. Now this is the first movie that she has directed on her own for the first time, and let me tell you, this movie is perfect. I don't know, at least for me, and I'll tell you why.
And then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
Now this movie, Lady Bird, centers around the character of Lady Bird, whose real name is Christy, or Christine. And the name Lady Bird is given to herself by herself. Now she's from a small town in Sacramento, but at the same time has big dreams, like any of us. This movie was one of my favorite movies of the year because of how refreshing it is. Now, considering most of the coming-of-age movies, and I say most, I'm not saying all of them, they tend to be more, they tend to take more lighter themes. And they don't offer much, I would say. See, unless you had a long day and you just need to sit back and relax and enjoy a lighthearted movie, which is completely fine. But when it comes to Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig takes the movie to a whole other level.
Like New York, or at least Connecticut or New Hampshire, where writers live in the woods.
See, when you're watching Lady Bird, you tend to absorb yourself into the characters and live their youth. All of the main characters in this movie are realistic to the point you tend to remember everything about your younger self and you begin to empathize them. Not only that, the movie deals with many adolescent issues like trying to fit in or being naive in front of love, exploring sexuality, or the need to get out and explore the world. Which is a reason, I would say, if you are under the age of 15, I would recommend you watching the movie with adult supervision. And not only that, if you're under the age of 15, I don't know if you would be able to relate to the characters like I did, because I watched it when I was 18, I think. But hey, we're all movie freaks here, so yeah, I'll shut up. See, I always say when I was young, but I'm 21 years old. But the reason for me to say this is because I know how much I have changed throughout these few years. And I see that difference in Lady Bird. And I'm not going to lie, when I watched it, I could not understand the character of the mother. Or maybe I didn't try to understand her. Yet, I know now the affection of her harsh words still speaks volume. So the difference between Lady Bird, or Christy, and the mother is that her mother has grown to accept everything around her.
It's okay. She'll be back.
Yet Christy is always seeking, searching something new that maybe she herself does not understand yet. And when I watch the character of Christy, I always think if she sees potential in herself, she maybe thinks that she's better than the town that she belongs to. And this could be the reason for her friendship with Julie to break down like a sandcastle after Lady Bird, or Christy, finds new best friends, new cool friends like Jenna and Kyle. Now, I don't want to spoil the movie for you because, see, I have a friend who she only watched a movie after she watched the reviews. Like, I don't understand that, but hey, we're not here to judge, so. But there is this scene, a specific scene, that is so realistic and so cringy. I'm not going to show it here, but this is what she says. And I love it. Now, I've read comments about this movie, and some people say that it's a bit boring, or that Christy is unlikable. Well, hey, this quote by Lady Bird can be applied to the movie. Which teenager is perfect? Yeah, she has flaws, but that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of her. She wants to explore, she wants to just spread her wings and fly away. But in the end, she realized that all the things that she tried to run away from are the most valuable for her. Like her mother,
We don't
her
have to
best
constantly.
friend, her life basically. See, when she was in high school, she thought that her life would turn upside down after she goes off to college. But even then, she understands that she's again lost within a society that she doesn't perfectly belong to. Then she begins to admire and miss, basically, every little detail of her life that she despised before. And also, I don't know if you noticed this, that is, if you watched the movie, but there's this subtle reminder of her mother. She says,
Miguel saw someone knifed in front of him at Sakai. Is that what you want? So you're telling me that you want to see somebody knifed right in front of you?
Barely
Right in
saw
front of-
that.
and near the end of the movie, she witnessed this. And in these few scenes of her college life, we begin to understand how wrong she was about her future. Through these steps that she takes upon a ground that she doesn't belong to, we can see the bitter awareness in her eyes. And this is why I love this movie. See, I don't want to see a perfectly crafted protagonist. I want to see a protagonist who's flawed. Because isn't that what we all are? Self-realization is not something we get to see in coming-of-age movies. Or at least not to this level, I would say. Thus, I would say this is a brilliant movie created by Greta Gerwig. And honestly, I love this movie just as much as I love Little Women, also directed by Greta Gerwig. Now, for me, I don't necessarily force myself to believe that a movie is good because it won this specific award, but I think I should say this, that this movie received 2 Golden Globes, one for Best Motion Picture and the other is for Best Actress, and that is for none other than Saoirse Ronan. So guys, that is it for today. If you liked the video, please click that like button, and if you can, subscribe to our channel. And if you have any movie recommendations, you can just comment them down below and we can talk about it in the future. So yeah, talk to you next week.